All right, I got 7 o'clock. This is the June 13th Farmington Town Board meeting. Everybody rise to the pledge of allegiance. Allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, Grant. We had no public hearings tonight. The hours consent of zoning last meeting was off till June 28th, but then we should hear from county and other agencies.
County meets tomorrow night.
From
We've heard from the other agencies, and that's a resolution that you have tonight.
Thank you. Approval of minutes of May 22nd meeting. Second. Motion by Mike, second by Steve. Any corrections, comments? All in favor? Aye. Same. One abstention. Or to stand any public concerns, privilege of the floor. Anybody online, public concerns? Privilege of the floor. Okay, hearing none, reports to standing committees, public works.
Yeah, on the water and sewer side, down at the plant, we've talked quite a bit in the last few months about digester 1. Pretty much the epoxy coating is done on that. We're just waiting for it to cure, which should be pretty much today. And after that, digester 1 should be sealed, get ready to be filled, and back in service. The UV system is operational. We did go over a list of replacement parts. Just for kind of some preventative maintenance that need to be purchased, and discussed just budgeting those over the next year or two. Had some discussion about flow meters and some of the data we've been getting on the one flow meter that is out of the system. Touched briefly on just the smoke testing that was done over in Doe Haven, May 3rd. And just talked about some kind of next steps and doing some camera work in-house with our guys to kind of look at some areas of concern over there. Software, Unilink is up and running. Still doing some training on it, but next run build will be using that software. We're also working on the portal where people can sign up to pay the bills online. PS7 is in service. Gas line's been installed, paving and landscaping is complete over there. And really the only thing left is the generator. We're just waiting on delivery of that, which won't be till sometime in September. Annual water quality report was published May 19th in the Penny Saver. So everything is good there. Discussed some budget reappropriations just for a different piece of equipment that will be ongoing for next year's budget, and they have 2 resolutions on the agenda for later that we can talk about when they come up. Highway and parks, again, mainly ongoing stuff, equipment maintenance, obviously roadside mowing. They had trucks helping Shortsville and then Victor today. And then we'll have trucks helping us
Tomorrow, well,
weather permitting tomorrow.
supposed to start tomorrow,
So
weather permitting.
chip sealing in the town tomorrow, but obviously there's rain in the forecast, so we will see. They've been working on the detour signs for Klein and Brownsville Road. There are signs up now warning people that the detour will become in effect July 5th. On the park side, again, obviously all the usual stuff, building maintenance, parks maintenance, mowing, striping ball fields. They did get the basketball poles replaced at Pension Park. We had backflow sprinkler inspections today. And we have 1 resolution on tonight just for some new crosswalk signals over on Retention Road. That's about it.
Thanks, Steve. On operations.
Operations met this morning. We have 4 resolutions we can discuss as they come up. From the building department, we had reminders sent to some residents in Auburn Meadows, and some other letters out to a few other neighborhoods. Areas where we have stormwater, easements and facilities, kind of grass, drainage ditches, and areas to let the water run away from those properties. Just reminding residents not to dump lawn clippings and leaves and other kind of residential stuff into those stormwater areas, because that's when we end up seeing problems with water backing up. A couple of fire calls there responded to. Dan will report on anything else, the numbers they have from planning development, preliminary design, and the federal forms for compliance with the National Environmental Protection Act and the state's smart growth and the social, environmental, and services documents have been completed and submitted to the DOT. And we're still meeting with developers about a possible project on part of the old water park site at 332 and 41 for incentive zoning application. And we're not going to have report anything else, and is report we got file.
Thank you, Nate. Reports to town officials, supervisor. It has not been a typical last 2.5 days. Very busy. If you haven't caught it in the news, Governor secretly worked on a new proclamation and agreement with the Seneca Indian Nation. Senate, the United States Senate knew that. What they didn't know was that it included a casino in downtown Rochester. That came out late last week. So since Sunday, I've been on the phone collecting information and the governor's attempt to put a casino downtown. The assembly has not voted on it yet, so we're working strongly with the assembly side. We are opposed to this. We're devastating Fairways Gaming and Racetrack. They have over 1,000 employees at the racetrack in the BLT area. Many of them who are town residents. This would also reduce or eliminate our BLT money that we receive from New York State as part of the revenue from Fairways Gaming and Racetrack. We do have a resolution tonight later in the program. County officials were very happy last Saturday. We hosted a mattress collection event. 144 mattresses were collected, more than expected. So they were very happy that we helped them host that. We did receive our first mortgage check this week from Ontario County, slightly higher than 2022. And we received our annual payment of BLT funds a couple weeks early. That came in last Friday. The newsletter has been sent to the printer over a week ago, and we're hoping that they'll send it in the mail before the end of the month. We do have something in there about July 3rd fireworks, so just trying to get that out to all the residents to know about that. That's all I have. Highway Parks.
Not much more to report from what Steve did, other than, so we got one of the 2022 pickup trucks in for the Parks Department. So that's there. They were supposed to deliver the truck I ordered this year for 2023 Friday, but that's not being there Friday. They didn't deliver it. I did go up and look at it. It is up at Van Bortles there in Victor, sitting on the lot, just waiting to be delivered. So it actually is here. Some of the other trucks are still in process of being built, 550 and the 350 crew cab that we have, that was 2022. And I don't believe they really started the 10-wheeler up in Viking yet, but that is there, and everything's just waiting our turn in line to get built. So Steve reported that the basketball hoops were put up in Mertensia Park today. So Super Steel is supposed to be coming in tomorrow to resurface the courts, and I don't know if they'll do it in the rain or not, but they'll be here this week. Supposed to keep coming in tomorrow. and do the courts down there. It'll be complete.
Good. Everybody's gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
It's good.
That's all I got.
Anything? Town clerk?
Yes, next Wednesday, the county association is meeting with Chris DeBolt, the county administrator. He's going to go over on how to handle the First Amendment. People that have been coming and visiting Canada and stuff like that. And the girls, my office staff is learning Unity pretty well, but we'll work out the issues as we come across them. And I'm officiating 2 marriages, this week and one next week.
And 1 or 2 last week.
Yeah, yep,
Thank you.
that time of year.
Yeah. Water and sewer.
Well, as Steve mentioned, we are going to try to take advantage tomorrow of the rain event and get some camera work done in our sewers and see where we have some infiltration coming up.
And the Dohaven area.
Yes.
You heard anything on your trucks around work? Oh. Yeah. Building is only.
All right, May, we did 119 permits, 318 permit inspections, 9 fire inspections, 18 stormwater inspections, and 58 zoning inspections. Obviously, the zoning numbers are up because we're doing the mobile home parks right now, so it always generates influx of zoning complaints. So as for trucks, I checked on mine's about 30 days out is what they're saying, so we're hoping to see that. So
Land board.
On our last meeting, we did a 2-lot subdivision on Yellow Mills, and we did a final site plan for the electric car corner, so they need to open up and sell cars. The next meeting next week has been canceled. We don't have anything on the agenda, and we have stuff coming for July 5th. Just don't remember all of it. It might be changing. So Dan might have to update us on that, but that might be changing, I don't know.
we'll give an update to the board at your next meeting for the
Yeah.
July 5th meeting.
But, so that's where we're at.
Great, very good, thanks. Ron, Director of Planning and Development.
Okay, as we said earlier tonight, the county planning board meets tomorrow night on the hours incentive rezoning referral. We have a resolution tonight for designating the town board lead agency and directing parts 2 and 3 to be prepared for the meeting on the 28th. You have letter of credits, 1 release for Creekwood, 1 established for electric car corner. The applicant that has a purchase offer on 2 parcels of land that I guess I best describe as the vacant land between both sections of Commercial Drive over there behind New Energy Works and just east of corporate. Has reached out to New Energy Works to talk to them about interest in some of that land for their purposes. And they will be back in town on the 27th to meet with us. The Ag Advisory Committee meets this week. They're going to talk about the PDR application that Hickory Lane is applying for to the state. Do the Chapter 9 review, finalizing it, and discuss the Ag Conservation District proposals. Town Hall basement project is another resolution on the agenda tonight. All of those items have been checked by Dan and I and Peter, and it's good to go. And finally, we received word that we'll be working on a survey of town residents for this fall as part of the Park and Recreation Master Plan update. So several things are going on all at once.
Yep. Good. Thank you. No town engineers tonight. The assessor reported to me this morning that the buyer has finalized the report, so she's finalizing the role. And playing catch up on things that. And they've not had a chance to work on since the rebuild process in the bar meetings. Talked with Mark Kane Recreation, they're ready to start. Secretary's been processing all the summer rec. His applications and getting them into the civil service system. And Mark has reached out, he has like 5 vendors now. Two food, 1 potatoes, then usual.
Fried dough, the popcorn guy, it's pretty.
Popcorn, yeah. Be good as long as the weather goes on. That's all I have. Communications are on file. Reports and minutes are on file. First resolution. Resolution establishing a letter of credit for electric car company on a project in the total amount of $74,051.70. Motion is second. Any questions, comments? All in favor? Aye. Number 2 is resolution acknowledging the addition of 4 new members to the Farmington Volunteer Fire Association. We're on second, right? Always good to have more numbers in the fire department. And in different parts of the town, and people actually have residences in Victor. All in favor? Aye. Recent resolution created 2 water and wastewater maintenance assistant positions in the water and sewer department. Second. Motion by Steve, second by Ron. We already have 1 person on board to fill with 1, and then the other one come and do that. All in favor? Aye. Whereas the resolution authorizing the town of Farmington Town Board to refund the zoning board of appeals fees for the area variance 5117 Colette Road, the amount of $125 for Barbara years. Motion made, second by Lee. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. 5 will be a roll call vote. Resolution approving temporary parking restrictions for the July 3rd celebration. Second. Around second with Steve. And again, this covers a section of road from the intersection of Clark Road and County Road 8 to just north of the Thruway Road. All in favor?
Roll call.
Sorry.
Supervisor Inglesby.
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman.
Aye.
Councilman Herendeen.
Aye.
Councilman Casale.
Aye.
Councilman Holtz.
Aye.
Thank you. Passes. Number 6, the resolution authorizing acceptance of the monthly report of the supervisor for May 2023. So
Second.
motion by Steve, second by Mike. All in favor? Aye. 7 is resolution authorizing acceptance of the request for final release of funds and release number 1. The letter of credit for site improvements, Creekwood Town Home Site Plan, full amount of $21,922.
So moved. Second.
Which my mind, second by Nate. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
8 is also going to pause a roll call vote. And this is a second supplemental bond resolution authorizing general obligation bonds for the town of Farmington to finance water system capital improvements, authorizing the issuance of bonds, anticipation notes, and contemplation of the expenditure of funds for such purchase, and determining other matters in connection therewith. Nate, roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Inglesby.
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman.
Aye.
Councilman Herendeen.
Aye.
Councilman Casale.
Aye.
Councilman Holtz.
Okay, it's the next step in the water tower and transmission lines. That'll be out for legal notice, and next step will be the engineers finishing the final design and getting out bids late summer or early fall. Number 9 is resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign a proposal for professional services from MRB Group for design, bidding, and construction administration services of the Grove Park improvements. It cost not to exceed $25,700. Motion by Steve, second by me. All in favor? Aye. Resolution authorizing the township supervisor to sign a proposal for WBR for the design and renovations in the lower level of the town hall, cost not to exceed $9,100.
So second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike. We did get the updated letter in the mail. All in favor? Aye. Items of resolution authorizing the town contributions to the HSA account. Second. Motion by Nate, second by Steve. And employees. From this year. All in favor? Aye. Oh. Rest of block 12, 13, 14, any objections? Second. Second by Steve, again, this is transfer of money. Assessment account. Appropriate fund balance for the Farmington polls, a poll. And budget amendment for senators. Vice councils. Questions? 12, 13, and 14, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Fifteen is resolution authorizing the waiver of pension lapse fees for the Gates Ontario Building Official Summer Picnic Thursday, September 28th. So, sorry. Any questions? Summer will be over by then.
I noticed that this morning.
Well,
We don't meet a lot during the actual summer just because how busy we are, so
yeah,
they usually try to do it right at the end of the summer.
it was good. All in favor?
Aye.
16 is a resolution authorizing the township right to take appropriate action to sign lawn mowing contracts and to apply lawn mowing charges to property within the town to the tax roll. So, by Nate, second by Steve. Again, this is an annual thing. We normally have 4 of the 6 properties that don't mow their lawns or their vacant properties do not get mowed. The going rate this year is $100 an hour. All in favor? Aye. 17 is a resolution appointing Matt Sousa to the Conservation Board for a term ending December 31st, 2024.
So second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. 18 is a resolution appointing Regina Sousa to the Recreation Board for a term ending December 31st, 2029. So, aye. Motion by Mike, second by Ron. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Nineteen is a resolution authorizing water and sewer superintendent to hire a part-time MEO to haul sludge, no more than 2 days per week at the rate of $23.58 an hour. Motion by Ron, second by Steve. And this is a retiree that is asked to come back to work. That's his job. One of his jobs here was hauling sludge. All in favor?
Aye.
Today's resolution designated town board to lead agency under provisions part 617, New York CRR, part of the Article 8, New York State Environmental Conservation Law. State environmental quality review regulations for the son of rezoning, power of the son of rezoning project. Involving tax map accounts 29.00-2-13.1, 52.5 acres, 29.00-2 is 14.0, 93.3 acres. Located along the north side of State Route 96, providing the drafting of parts 2 and 3 of the full environmental assessment forms for the town board acceptance at their meeting on Wednesday, 28th. So, move my name.
Second.
Again, and we also the continuation of public hearing again from the All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. 21 is a resolution acknowledging the receipt and acceptance of notice to waive the 30-day period for liquor license for Blackfield Events and Catering LLC, 6108 Woods Road, Farmington.
So moved.
Motion by Nate, second by Ron. And everybody knows it takes forever to get a liquor license from the state. All in favor? Aye. 22 is a resolution to recall and amend resolution 212-2023, correct the pay rate for 2 summer interns from $16.69 per hour to $17 per hour. So.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Wayne. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. 23 is the resolution operating on the park superintendent or solar powered pedestrian crossing signs with a crosswalk at the Auburn Trail and Mackenzie Road Park entrance on Mackenzie Road at a cost not to exceed $7,500. Motion by Steve, second by Ron. Again, it was suggested by one of our neighbors in the area there. It's a good suggestion. All in favor? Aye. 24 is the resolution to establish a reserve for 2023 DOT state aid funds. So. Second. Motion by Mike, second by Steve, that's the DOT funds received just this week. $1.777573 million. All in favor? Aye. 25 is a resolution of opposition to the proposed agreement between the governor of the state of New York and the Seneca Nation for developing a gambling casino on an unknown location in the downtown of the city of Rochester. We all know this, and all. Sure we're all that. Thank you. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this is a resolution that we feel strongly about. City of Rochester is against the project, as some of the Monroe County legislator is. So the copies of this obviously will go to the governor at the Charles Schumer, United States Senate, Steve Scalise, U.S. House of Representatives, Penny Tony, Assemblywoman Marjorie Barnes, the county administrator, Chris Bull, and Chairman of the Board of their county. Well, the long-term thing is they identify a property, they still have to go to the federal government to prove that to be Indian lands. Apparently the governor knows these spots. Any other comments?
No.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Abstract 11, pay the bills. Page 26. General fund $68,990.73. Highway fund $13,200.22. Peter Creek Park $137.19. Sidewalk capital project $9,738.13. Water tank repair $1,023.75. Storm drainage $235.82. Lighting district $54.09. Sewer district $71,560.59. Water district $17,230.80. Payroll deductions $86.69. For a total abstract $182,258.01. Motion please. So Mike, second by Ron. All in favor? Aye. We have training under listed here. Discussion items. We water and sewer department did receive an email followed up by a memo or action management. Property accountant person. They have 5 water and sewer accounts, the property within the water and sewer district. And they did not pay the late, or they did not pay the fees on time, which generated the late fee. And first said that she didn't get them in the mail, but our clerk sent her out for her meeting that the bills were actually emailed to her person at actually management. And she replied back and she got them on here. Till then, almost 30 days to pay the bills. I recommend we not waiting for the late. We'll get back to them. Second thing, we do have a couple of projects that they were trying desperately to get ready for today's board meeting. They don't have all the paperwork done. One is involves Ryan Bank that definitely wants to open. The other one is which section of the south.
8 South.
And south. There's 5 homes, people ready to move in. And we need a road dedication and a few other things. Some of the actual site work, Ryan Homes did themselves to get it done and get it out of the way. Today's agenda, that the paperwork they thought was coming to us last Thursday. It didn't. And we actually met with the vice president and project manager of Ryan Homes today. And explained to them that there's no way it's going to get done tonight. We realize that there's 5 people ready to move into the homes, but this has happened before. It's never Ryan Homes' problem. It's always the developer or the contractor that works for the developer or the engineers, and engineers not getting the legal paperwork to the office, get it to us. So we do, we send it to our attorney. So it's never the towns. It's hardly ever our, yeah, I mean, it's this way when we still go on, okay, not this time, not this time. So I'd like to at least schedule tonight a special board meeting for next Tuesday at 9 a.m. And if the paperwork's not ready and approved by our town attorney by Friday, and we won't have it, they'll have to wait till the 28th. I get at least 3 good show up. And I know I won't be able to get like a lot of check up. Do I want to? Yeah, it's not, we've done this in the past, I think. Yes, no, specifically because they messed up. We're in a situation with this. We have. Stuff the paperwork is late, and people waiting to get the houses. Yeah, but this is better than
And that's the issue.
well, there's 5 homes. Some of them,
But this is one. This is the mortgage that's going to change the rate if they don't get this stuff out of it.
for some of the properties, yes. They've already extended the bank loan to this date, because they missed the last meeting's date. And that's not our problem. 1 or 2 of them, the Farmington residents just moving into the Auburn Meadows. One of them's already moved out of their house. I don't know if they're staying in a hotel, or if they're staying with relatives, but you know, they're going to be Farmington residents. Who move in. It's not Ryan's fault. It's obviously the 5 people that are buying the houses. If we can get it done by the special meeting next Tuesday, we'll see those can be in a couple days. So you can make it.
I should be able to, but it's 9 a.m.
Or we can do 8:30.
No, we do 9 o'clock on either. My day off. Only get 1 day
Well, if
off.
you're coming at 9 and answer, that's 3. You might be a meeting.
Not a baby.
Oh, Steve, maybe after 9.
Just earlier, 8 days.
Yes. All right. All right, so
I
we'll,
really don't want to do this, but
all right, we'll send it on
9 o'clock.
at the town clerk, send it to go south tomorrow. And we'll post it on the hall here at 9 AM. Subject to cancellation,
If they didn't pay.
aren't ready. All right, that's all I have on the agenda. Anything else? Anybody want to bring up? Anybody in line?
You don't mind, we'd like to just, 1 second.
Sure. Yeah.
Just an update, I was at the county planning workshop meeting earlier. No issues or anything that brought up, so we anticipate another approval on their behalf, recommending approval for this project. But just to recap on last meeting, we didn't hear any objections or any new concerns from the board. We'd just like to clarify if that's still the case moving forward.
We've heard nothing from the public either. No. We got any concerns? No.
Unless comments come up at the public hearing.
No.
Okay, we just wanted to check after we made the changes for your input.
Yeah, man. They can read we saw it. What we expect to see in the final product.
I think it was a reasonable compromise.
Okay.
Very good. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure. We get any comments to public hearing, obviously we'll address them then. Anybody else? Motion adjourned.
Second.
Nate, second by Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody.